Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we'll be looking at handwritten text with the animation inside of After Effects. So the main thing around this is choosing your handwritten font and then doing the animation. It's a very easy effect to do, and when used correctly, it can be very effective. So here we've got our handwritten happy using a really well picked font, I think, because it looks like it's genuinely being handwritten. And then if you come into here, we've got a different font, but if you look carefully at the letter Y, that slowly etches its way on, and we've also got bits of blood dripping down from the text here, which has been animated using the same method. So if we come into After Effects, we can get started straight away. So we'll have another look at this not happy scene, and we've got the Y slowly etching its way on, and if you take a look at the blood dripping down here, if we scrub along, you can see that moves itself downwards as well. So very easy to do, and like I said, when you figured out the technique or learnt the technique, you can apply it to just about anything. So let's start a new composition. We'll call this main comp, but generally speaking, we only need the one composition to achieve this effect. So get your text tool and start typing away. So I'm going to put in animation. Oops. Animation. Animation. There we go. Now, it doesn't matter about where you put this, just because I have a little bit of OCD with these sorts of things, I'm going to put my animation in the center. So make sure you've picked a nice font. I'm going to go with one that I used for the video, which was Isa. And you know what? I'm going to write something a little bit shorter just for this tutorial. I'll just put Arcus. Easy peasy. Now, the rest of this is super simple as well. It's just a case of using your pen tool to draw out the path of your text. So get your pen tool, or just press G if you like me and like hotkeys, and just start drawing your path in the way that you'd write it. So once you've finished doing one mask, you might want to once you've finished doing one line, you'll have to hit Command or Control and click out of it to start a new mask. Something like that. Now, if you think the mask needs a bit of tweaking, you can simply tweak it with your arrow tool, pointer tool, whatever you want to call it. So back in here, whoops, hit new mask, stroke down, and then this one is going to come, whoops a daisy, round like so, and drag it down. There we go. See, very easy curve. Again, with the drag in to make the curves. I want to move that point over there. Right, okay, let's start the U. Pull that down, pull it up. Remember to do the masks exactly how you would write. So, having the nice smooth curves. There we go. And then finally the S. Gonna come round something like this. And there we go. So you can grab your pointer tool. If anything seems out of place, you can give it a little bit of a nudge and move it into place. But overall, I think I'm happy with the way this looks. Excellent. So once you've done that, go into your effects and presets and search up the effect stroke. And just double click that or drag that on. Right, so we need to set this to reveal our original image. And select all masks, since we obviously want every single line to be applied here. And if we open up the brush size, we can start to see our text come to life. Excellent. Now I like to keep my brush size below 20 for fonts like this, just so then we don't start drawing over other letters, and you'll see exactly what I mean soon. So now all you need to do is animate the end point, and you'll see it starts drawing. Now you can see what I mean now when I say it starts drawing over the letters. So if I turn on to half quality, you'll see when I go down on the R, so if you look at the beginning of the second letter here, as we come down, it's actually, see, even though it's just one straight line, it is taking into account some of the features that we don't want drawing on yet. So we can just lower the brush size and sort that out there. And now, hopefully, that should be good enough. Yeah, near enough what I'm looking for. Pull it down again. Maybe I need to adjust this line a little bit. There we go. So now to actually get it to animate on, it's a case of set your end to 0, set a keyframe, and go across however long you want it to write on for, and drag out your end to 100. And when you ran preview of that, there we go. Excellent. So you can use this method and apply it to whatever you want. So in my case, let's make a white solid. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's make that white solid the comp size. And we're going to draw a mask. And I'm going to draw on some lovely little drippy lines. So we're talking like paint or something. Now, since paint isn't something that'll sort of drip sequentially like when you're writing, the best way to approach this, and I'll show you in a second, would be to turn off our sequential stroking. So I've got all my masks. I'm going to drop on stroke, make sure I turn the opacity back up. So we want to use all the masks yet again, but this stroke sequentially button is what we want to get rid of. So if we just take off the reveal image and pull up the brush size, you'll see what happens right now is it doesn't drip quite like paint. What happens is, when we animate the end, they all drip one after the other. So one won't finish dripping until the other, one won't start dripping until the other is finished dripping. So in order to fix that, just untick stroke sequentially, and then they all start dripping together. And again, we can just keyframe it to do it slowly over time. And there we go. So I'm just going to move these across a little bit. And there we go, it starts dripping. The best way to do this will be to take some masks and attach them to a different solid. So if I just duplicate the solid and remove all the masks from one, I can then, for instance, take 3 random ones from this, put them in there, and just adjust the keyframes. And then we'll have some of them starting at one point, others starting at the other. We could have some dripping faster than others. And we get this randomness. There we go. So again, a very easy effect, but when used correctly, it can have some outstanding, really good results. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, dislike it. If you use this in a project of your own, or have any ideas for other tutorials, or any criticism in general, just leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next tutorial.